our time today. I am Lori Lamantia, and I'm here with the wonderful Trisha Fisk.
Good morning, everybody.
And today we're talking about staying out of the chaos that is really all around going on globally and astrologically. There is so much energy flying around. And for a lot of us, and I'll include you if you're listening, there's this so much energy flying around that it feels, I can feel like all my cells just like bzzz. And part of what we want to talk about today is noticing that you are in the chaos, but also realizing that you don't have to participate in it. And as you pull out of it, you have an opportunity to choose something different and create something different. So that's what we're going to just work with today is that feeling of in the chaos, out of the chaos. Uh, Trisha, do you want to add, or how would you put it?
Well, yeah, we are in the middle of chaos, and we are definitely in a time of change. And I, I guess I believe for myself, my participation in the healing, the calming, is by coming back to that place in myself. So,
Mhm.
yeah, so within myself, finding that place of determination and calm and stepping out of the chaos feels like, yeah, like I am participating in how I wish things to move.
Right, the energy you are choosing to
Right,
create.
right,
And the antidote in some ways for chaos is, peace, but peace is always there. It's, we allow it, we plug into it. It never goes away. It's just
right.
something, we all bzzzt about, and then we come back to that centered place. And I think some people don't think peace is a legitimate response to what we're doing right now. I remember Mother Teresa said, I won't march in an anti-war protest, but I will march in a pro-peace, for peace. And it's choosing the energy that we're going to put invest in. We've had this
Right.
investment conversation, of course, over the course of this whole podcast. And staying out of the chaos also means choosing to invest your life energy, your precious life energy, in a very different way. And the weird thing is, people think investing is doing something, but what it keeps coming back to me and us is as we were preparing for this is that nothingness is very something.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Which doesn't sound net. When we were in Yoga Nidra last week and we had everybody in that amazing grace place, no one was saying anything, no one was doing anything, but you can feel the power of that peace place, that it was just magical and it was lovely and it was so gracious and generous and full. And I kept feeling this is the antidote to all this chaos. And I don't want to say antidote because it feels like, again, it's just staying in that place and not engaging in the chaos. So you're not putting more energy into the chaos.
Right, right. Because energy follows attention.
Right. Yeah.
Right. So
Oh,
wherever your attention is going, you're fueling it.
right. That's
Right.
conscious creating 101,
Right.
and as we go to that place of centeredness, we are providing, we are doing something. I can't say that enough. I don't think, especially as Americans, we think, oh, you got to get out there and march, which is fine. I appreciate that. Or you got to, I so appreciate the people doing that. And I feel like us as realm workers or energy holders, we have the opportunity to be a pillar for peace, a pillar for almost nothing so that the love energy can come through. I want to say no thing. It's more like the vibration of clarity and understanding that there's a divine beauty going on that we just many times don't see, most times.
Right, right. Um, and I can think of many times my teacher talking about how the what motivates us the most to jump into our spiritual depth is when things are happening that we don't like, that are scaring us, and that
Fear
when
is a
things are
motivator.
right, fear is a motivator, right? When things are calm and lovely and everything's sweet, we have a tendency to not go in, but to stay out. So this is a wonderful opportunity
Right.
for everybody to, as you said before, courageously turn inward and be true to yourself. If you are a marcher, go do that. Go march in peace. If you're a prayer person, do that.
I
But
think
don't,
that key, yeah, I'm sorry, go ahead.
yeah, I was just going to say, don't stick your head in the sand. What we're saying is not the same as ignore it and pretend it's not happening. It's make a choice to be part of the solution to it rather than part of the chaos that's happening.
Right. And fear, if you're putting your head in the sand out of fear, you're still vibrating fear, obviously,
Right,
right? And
right.
the key is here to vibrate in the place, the energy that you are hoping. And so it's love, it's holding love, being in love, or grace, or whatever word it is that touches you. But, I'm looking at a bouquet of flowers that Bridget gave us, and she brought these flowers to our yoga nidra class, and I can't tell you for me how that just changed the energy of the whole space. I was like, her generosity, looking
Mm,
at the flowers in nature, it just it put me in my high heart, and it's so easy, it's so easy to go in your high heart if you let yourself be touched by the things that are of the heart. And when
mm,
you're listening to the news or all the blah, 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 yeah, it's so distracting. And that's the courageous thing, is to choose not to be distracted and to actually choose to to shift over and not be afraid. And that that can be hard.
right. Especially if you don't currently have a practice for
Right.
that. Because
Right.
obviously, meditation, yoga nidra, even breath work, pranayama, are all going to help you with that. But if you don't currently have a practice of that, it's a good time to start one.
Right. Well, yes and no, because what I noticed is I use my breath when I'm having anxiety. And so now there's a little bit of correlation between breath and anxiety. So I would say I might up level that a little bit and go out in nature and take some beautiful deep breaths and
Mm,
associate breathing with beauty, with peace, with what it so you're making an association that it feels like it is an antidote to the chaos. So that would, from my perspective. One of the things you said before we started was when we go to this piece, we are helping shape the future of what we would prefer to experience.
we're helping to shape the future the way we're contributing to what we want it to be.
Right.
Right. That is our action, if you will, instead of marching with signs and stuff, is to hang out in this space with by ourselves and with others to strengthen it. Right. I mean, there's no question for those of us who do meditate that the more we do, the more accessible that place comes, the more we remember anytime we are stressed out or experiencing something like, oh, all I have to do is sit for a moment. go to that place, it becomes, you know, it's like flexing the muscle. That muscle starts to become stronger. So it's, yeah, in all the noise, find that place with yourself, with others, and get stronger there, get strong there. And you will, just from going there and doing it more and being there.
Right. And that's why so many teachers talk about set aside the 5 or 10 minutes, sit and turn your phone off, turn the TV off, make it a priority, just like if you're going to the dentist. You know, you have to sit there for a half an hour at the dentist, you know, because you carved out that time, and sometimes it's just really nice to have a half an hour where you didn't have to do anything. That's what this time is, that it matters that much to carve out time for you to just stop, to realign to that centered, peaceful, mm, really loving place. I keep using the word loving because that's what it feels like to me lately. It feels it feels abundant, but lately it's more like a hug from, Mother Earth. It feels huggy. It feels, if you want, sit with your favorite plushie toy while you're meditating because it kind of reconnects you to that love place instead of I'm just trying to shut my mind down. No, it's about yum, sweetness for me.
Yeah, no, I think love is the word. Love is the word. Because
Yeah,
there is certainly a difference between how that feels, how that sits.
right.
And, you know, if you read the text, the yogic texts, they talk about how when you're in that place, you are radiating that. You're
Right.
radiating it out to be right.
Yes. And this time with all the chaos is a very head time. The time that we're trying to create is heart time. It is
Right.
heart-centered intelligence. The heart is intelligent. And I think that's what we're all wishing. Where's the compassion? Where's the generosity? Where's the grace? And it feels like people are hurt, and I feel the hurt, but there's a way we can soothe that, and it is with, kindness. One of the things, the reason why I wanted to title this Kindness is Medicine, I think this time totally is asking for kindness as a medicine, as a balm
Mm.
to the energies that I feel flying around. And so think of, doing kindnesses. Then when I was at the mall, I bought this plushie toy for one of my friend's sisters, and they gave me an extra one, a giant avocado with this cute face, and I'm like carrying it around in this bag, and these things are huge. I mean, like 1 foot around. I mean, big and green. And it was in a bag, and I'm like, I'm never going to use a second plushie toy. So there was this mom sitting on the bench with her son, and I'm like, do you think he would like a plushie toy? I'm not going to use both of these plushies. And she looked at me like, what? Like, where's this crazy woman giving me a toy? And her son took the avocado thing out, and the little seed was in the middle, and it had this little happy face. And he grabbed it and smushed it to him and kissed it. It was the
Oh,
most adorable. And it made me laugh. It made Mark melt. It made the moms who was originally scared that some woman was just melt. It was just a beautiful moment. And I think and of course, you don't have to run out and do plushy toys, but those are moments, obviously, where, we're contributing that gushy love to the energies. And I think in a time like this, that is courageous too, to come into our days, into ourselves in that place of love. And to be honest, when you're sitting in quietude, love bubbles up, right?
yes. I believe that love is our natural state.
Totally.
So yeah, so when we're sitting in right that place of present moment, excuse me, present moment, we're in a place of experiencing love.
Right. Love never goes away. We just
Right.
kind of, mindlessly or, energetically float away from it a little bit. I don't even know. I can't even find the right words, but when it's always there, it's always humming, it's always embracing, it's always sharing, just like the peace, just like the abundance. And we've had these conversations many times, and now in every time choosing to move back into that place is probably some of the most generous, wonderful contribution we can make at this time.
Yes,
So unplugging from the chaos, staying in your heart, radiating that love, that's big, that's big beauty.
it is. And that is shaping, shaping what's to come
It is.
through the chaos, right?
And I have to say, even though most people think all this, you know, strong stuff is more powerful, it really isn't. We all know the power of love and where we're headed and what all this chaos is helping us create is a firm anchor in that. I believe that. I really believe that there's got this great divine plan is waking up hearts and a global heart wake up that's going to transform everything. But we got to go through this icky chaos. And
To
I
get
won't even,
there,
yeah, and I shouldn't even call
right?
it icky. It's part of the change journey. You want something to change? I've wanted the heart to be the most important thing, leading the world forever. So if I want something to change, something's got to change.
That's true.
It's like duh
That
101.
is true. Yeah. So I just want to read something from Ilya DeLeo's book, The Not Yet God. You are love itself. Will we ever learn our true meaning, our true identity? Will we ever really know that we humans are created for love? For it is love alone that moves the sun and stars and everything in between. So,
Mhm.
yes,
Yes, it is the thing that rotates and it's everything. It's woven into the fabric of everything.
everything and everywhere and every person, every being. Yeah, every daffodil that's coming up right now, every
Right,
crocus,
right. And watch
right?
those daffodils sing.
Yes.
Ah. So everyone, if you can this week in the moments of set aside some quietude so you can reconnect with your heart in a spacious way,
Mm-hmm.
in a non-doing way, but in a love peace way. And that could, in our opinion, be one of the greatest antidotes to the chaos that we're experiencing. How would you
Yes.
wrap it, Trish?
Yeah, that just do it. just play with it. Take those moments. One of the things I've been doing is sitting and comparing. Like I'll sit, get really quiet, find that centered place, and then peek out, and then come back, and then peek out, and then come back. And it's just the difference in everything in my body, the settling in my body, the sensations I feel. Those are love.
Mhm.
Step
Mm.
into love and know the difference, and then help create that as our new truth, our new reality.
Yes. So have a great week, everyone, and thank you for coming and listening and contributing your beautiful love energy. It matters. It really, really does.
Yes.
You matter. You holding space And I say with so much gratitude, thank you.
Swaha.
Swaha.